Yo, yo, yo! Dan Jett here. How are you doing today? How are you? Today's live is a very, very special live. Why is that, Dan? Because it's all about my story. So, where do we begin? We begin today. So I'm a digital freedom fighter. That's what I call myself because I use the power of the internet to have a true free lifestyle. So what does that mean, Dan? Well, that means that I have online businesses, that I've escaped 9-to-5 slavery. It means that I can work from anywhere on the planet, and it also means that I can travel the world, which is awesome, and I love it. This is the happiest I've ever been. I'm completely content of life, and even though I've got no hair, I'm only 30 years old, and this is the best thing I've ever done. But let me tell you something, it wasn't always like this. Let's jump back 10 or so years. So, I'm in university, doing a degree in marketing. And I'm going down society's path. You know, I'm doing what they tell you should do, which is get good grades, go to university, get a good job, join the corporate ladder, get a little bit more money every year, more responsibility, until one day you can retire and do what you want. I thought that was the only thing you could do, honestly. And I was like, right, okay, well, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. But I did have a desire, just like my dad, after he finished in the military. I did have a desire that eventually, one day, quote unquote, I would run my own business. Eventually, one day. And, you know, externally, the pressures of this is society, you've got to follow society's path, 9 to 5. I guess at the time I didn't really know what that meant. But internally I knew there was this desire, maybe one day I'd own my own business. One day I'd have a different life than potentially what society's, is looking like I'm going to have. Now, fast forward a few years, and I'm living, and I have my dream job. I work for a digital marketing agency in a city centre, in Leeds city centre in England. And I love it. This is exactly what I wanted, my dream job. It wasn't straight after university, it was a few years later, but it was my dream job. Living what I wanted to do. So I was like putting extra time, extra effort, working over, doing everything I could do to, as I was meant to, climb the corporate ladder. 6 months later, I get promoted. I've got my own clients now, my own accounts. It's awesome. Like, I love it. And that means that I can move out of my parents' house. So I've got true freedom now. I've got freedom of, I could do what I want to do when I want to do it. Awesome. Yeah, so that I'm moving to Leeds City Centre. I'm living in an apartment building on my own. Like, my friends live close by. We can go to the pub during the week. I go to the gym every night. I can go play football every night. Awesome social life. And the money is great. Don't get me wrong. It's great because it allows me to travel like 4 times that year. So we go on holidays with my friends and it's awesome. And, but, as they say, the penny dropped, I guess. Reality came crashing down where I was like, right, is this it? Is this my life forever? The getting up before the sun rises, getting in after the sun sets, being on the hamster wheel, stressing. Like, I could see the next job up and just for a little bit more pay, tons more responsibility. Was that really what I wanted? And I just kept saying to myself, like, is this it? Is this life forever? And, I'm asking this at 24, 25. Like, is this it? Now, there was a book I read in university. And that book was full of adventure. And it took a guy from being fully depressed after breaking up with his girlfriend to a life where opportunity just came out of thin air. Like the people he met, the adventures he did, the countries he went to, are amazing. And that book was called Yes Man by Danny Wallace. Now there is a film out there, but ignore the film because it's not very good. But the premise of the book was that. And I was like, wow. Now, I rebought that book off Amazon. I read it again and thought, oh, if only I could do that. If only. So, a few months later, picture this scene. It's November in England. The rain, the wind, the cold nights. And I'm walking up Hedgerow, which is in the shopping arcade street. And I just keep thinking to myself, like, is this it? Is this life? You know, this is another late night, not getting paid, but I've stayed behind to do something. Because I'm committed, you know. And I just thought, what am I going to do here in life? You know? Is this it? So I see a shop and I walk into it. That shop is called STA Travel. And I'm greeted by a pretty girl. And she asked me 2 questions. How can I help you? And where do you want to go? I've never been asked this question before. Never asked the question myself. Where do I want to go? So we sit down. She asked me again. And I'm like, Machu Picchu. So for those that are not sure, I don't know where Machu Picchu is, it's like an ancient ruined city, top of a massive mountain in Cusco, Peru, South America. Got a trek there to go see it. She's like, right. Okay, so she's showing me on this map. So we fly you into Cusco next door. You go to Machu Picchu, you come back to Cusco, and you fly back to England. And I'm like, make any sense, does it really? And she's like, no. She's like, what about this? So she goes on and explains an elaborate trip that includes Brazil, Argentina, Bolivia, Peru, Fiji, Australia, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos. Yeah, all over a 6-month period. And looking back and thinking about it, you know, I kept thinking, is this it? That book inspired me to ring her up a couple of days later and go, book it. Don't ask me, just book it. Day later, I walk into my boss's office. I tell him the unfortunate news. He says, you're not leaving. Jokingly, in a jokingly way. And he offers me a job when I come back. And, you know, everybody's telling me at this point, you know, it's, you know, once in a lifetime trip and all this kind of stuff. And it is the best thing I've ever done. The best thing I've ever done. And my reality changed completely. Like, the entire way that I looked at life, everything changed on that trip. And it wasn't just a once-in-a-lifetime trip. My reality changed. And that's what I think that's what they mean by the travel. You've got the travel bug. Now, reality changes. You realise 9 to 5 slavery forever, till you can retire and you're too old to do anything. He's not. No. So, I'm like, right, what am I going to do? You know, I come back after this trip and I've got 0 money. So, I use my knowledge, my experience, my expertise in digital marketing, and I get another job. Now, because I've got 0 money, I'm living back at the folks, my parents. It's a 2-hour plus commute to work and back in the morning and the evening. So the days are even longer. And I'm back into this world, the stress, the long nights, the hassle from clients, because I'm working with clients I don't want to work with. And I'm like, well, I'm back into, what am I doing? Dan, what are you doing? So I put a plan together. I'm like, right, how much money do I need to save? What do I need to do so that I can go do it again? All right, cool. So let's do that. So I have no social life at all. I don't go out, don't do anything, don't go on holiday, nothing. 10 months later, I book one-way ticket to Thailand. It's one way. So going from having a full plan, 6 months planned out, to just get a flight and go back. I go back, and this time I do it all again in Thailand and Southeast Asia, but I do even more crazy experiences. So I go to Philippines, I go to Japan, I go to South Korea. I could tell you 1,000,001 different stories that you probably won't even believe. And it's awesome. It's amazing. It's awesome. And, but money starts going down. And I think, what am I going to do? Am I going to go back to England? No. Let's go on another venture. Let's go back to Australia where I visited before. Let's get a working holiday visa this time. And it'd be easy to get a job because, let's face it, I've got loads of experience, loads of years experience in digital marketing. It'd be easy to get a job. So I fly over there after disappointment because I'm not Australian. I struggle to get a job. I get really ill. Thankfully, my friend were there, but I got really ill, nearly died. And I think that was a wake-up call. I think that was, let's say, the universe telling me, Dan, you're doing it again. This is the third time. Like, stop it. Change your direction in life. This ain't for you. So, look, I had no money. So I had to get a job. So I got a job. And this job was even worse than the second job. It was hell on earth. I really, really disliked it. I was just going in, sitting on a computer for 10 hours, basically putting my sweat and life to build somebody else's dream, to make somebody else loads of more money. And I hated it. I was stressed out. I had no confidence. I was just depressed. And I realised this isn't it. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I'm like, right, okay, let's think about this now. How am I going to get to a life where I can travel and live anywhere I want to do? Right. Now it's time to start a side gig that can turn into a fully online business. Now it's the time. So I put together a strategy, just like those strategies I did for clients. I put together a strategy for me. My life is fully selfish here. Dan, what do you want? How are we going to get there? Why do you want it? All these questions I asked myself, and I put a strategy in place to do it. The big goal, right, was to quit my job and have my own online business before I was 30 years old. 2 years before my dad. That was my plan. So I was like, right, I'll be 30 in September, 21st of September 2018. So I need to plan to get out of this. So not only were I planning on like, yeah, I need to hustle, quote unquote, but I was like, right, what am I going to do here? Like, I've got all these years experience and knowledge, blah, blah, blah. And there were some clients I enjoyed working with because they had a purpose and a mission and a why they were doing what they were doing. It wasn't all just about money. And I quite like that. And even though I'd fallen out of love with marketing, I kind of got back into it simply because I thought, at the core of marketing, what is it? Well, it's there to improve people's lives. That's what it is. Products and services to improve people's lives. Make them easier, or funner, or more enjoyable. So I was like, right, okay, so if I work with clients I actually fundamentally like and want to work with them because they've got a bigger life mission that fits with my life mission of improving people's lives, then that'd be awesome. So that's what I started doing. And I didn't just have the business side of things, but I was like, right, okay, what else do I need? Like, all right, I need a plan about my finances. I need to get that under control. I need to make sure I stop spending money. I need to make sure that I'm not wasting money. I need to make sure that I'm investing in the right things, not wasting it, but investing in stuff that's going to take me forward on my plan to get to my destination. So I'm looking at all this. I'm reading books. I'm going down the self-improvement world, and I'm reading about, the likes of Tim Ferriss, Tony Robbins. I'm reading these people and thinking, right, they're not following society's path. They haven't gone down that route. Wait a minute. this isn't just me who's thought of this magically from nowhere. Wait a minute, other people have done it. All right, cool. Well, let's model after them. So I'm reading about them. I'm, basically pulling little bits out of all these people and putting together all the pieces of the puzzle and the puzzle and putting them into me. This is what I'm doing. So I'm doing this, and don't get me wrong, like conflicts come up, and the opportunities to move forward is the way I see it now. But challenges did come up, conflicts did come up. I was stressed, I was depressed. I was living in Sydney, so I wanted to take advantage of the beaches and the sunny weather, but instead I'm on my laptop. When I get home from work, I've been to the gym and I'm knackered, I'm tired, I just want to go to bed. I just want to go watch Starflix on Netflix and go to bed. That's what I want to do. But I'm like, no, because I've got a strong enough why, and I know where I'm going, and I know what I need to do to get there, just do it. So I'm on my laptop at night until like 2, 3 in the morning, right? And I'm at the weekends just blasting it. And I'm not going anywhere, I'm not doing any trips, I'm not trying to spend any money. I'm just blasting everything. I'm following this strategy that I've put in place. And yeah, it is hard work. It really is. It really is. I was in that situation. Most likely a situation you're in now. And, to build your own side gig on the side. So that essentially you start making enough money that you've got enough money that you can quit, because traveling is cheaper than normal life. And I come across a lot of conflicts. The fact that you've got a 9-to-5 job sucks the crap out of you. I do realise that. But I was determined. I knew where I wanted to get to. I was passionate about it. I was focused. And, all these buzzwords, they actually do mean something. Because the way that you look at life, the stuff that you program in your brain, shows in reality. And I was obsessed to get to this point. So, what happened? Did I hit the goal? I smashed it. I smashed it. I was home in time for my cousin's wedding in July 2018. 3 months before my goal. And I'd achieved it. So I came back, went to my cousin's wedding. Then I went to Croatia and Budapest in Hungary. Then I went to Poland. Then I went to Mexico. Then I went to Las Vegas. Then I went to Texas. And then I went back to Machu Picchu. I went to Argentina for longer and explored more of the country. I went to Bolivia. I went and explored more Peru. And I loved it. Like, the achievement I've got to now being a digital freedom fighter is the best thing. It combines the 2 best things I've ever done in life. Number 1 was to go travelling, and number 2 was to start my business. So the best thing in my life now is the fact that I've created, because that's what it is. You don't acquire it, you create it. That's what you do. I've created this lifestyle, true freedom lifestyle as I call it. But now looking back, just like Steve Jobs said, I said, when you look back on your life, you don't realise at the time when things are happening to you why. But now looking back on life, you can connect the dots, as he said. And it's true. That's the reason why now I don't see things as failures. I see things as opportunities to grow and get better so that I can move forward. That's what it's all about. And it's all about the transformation that I went on, the journey that I went on to become this person. Like, society and the news and media always looks at the results. Overnight, overnight sensation, overnight success story. It's all BS. It's all about the process. It's all about execution. It's all about moving forward on your journey to get to the place you want. Everybody sees it as this is the final thing. Well, no, you don't see all that hard work, the execution, the journey. And that's what it was. I knew, now looking back, that I had to become a better version of me. Not look at out externally at other people and what they're doing, but a better version of me. So how could I do that? Well, self-improvement. Reading all these books, watching on the online courses, and and everything I could possibly do, modelling after the likes of Tim Ferriss and Tony Robbins. Like, all that information I had, I wasn't the first person to think of starting my own business. All that information is out there. You just got to want to do it. You've just got to fill your head with it. So that's what I did. I'd become a better person. The person I had to, I repeat that, had to become a digital freedom fighter. I had to go on this journey. And I always look back now and think, right, if I'm the same person I was 6 months ago, a year ago, something fundamentally has gone wrong. That's the way I see it now. So to be in this situation now, I had to go on this transformation journey. Now, you guys that are watching this, you guys have joined this group, thank you. And I'm here to inspire, to push you forward, to give you everything that you need to become a digital freedom fighter, just like me. I want to help you as much as possible. And I hope my story has inspired you, has motivated you, because guess what? You can become a digital freedom fighter. You can have true freedom lifestyle. Because if I've got it, you can have it too. I'm telling you that now. Just got to have the belief that you can and have a strategy to get you there. I'm Dan Jett. Today's live was a very special live because it was my story. I hope you found this interesting, educational, inspiring, and all that kind of stuff. Until next time, Dan Jett. Out of here!